Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Fowler. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Looking to throw, it's Callaway. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
To do here on 2nd and long. Looking for room, it's Fowler. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Tight end now in motion. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to pass. Working that left side now. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use the quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, Not a good job by this defense.
And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20. And the Dogs are on the move. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. They're working that left side. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's got it. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up first and goal. Georgia going up tempo. Gonna look downfield again. Trying to find the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Georgia. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run.
Turning it on! Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physical. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Working on the right. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job, great catch. First down.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Oh, he's got some space. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Will took everything on defense. Just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well.
The extra point is blocked. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll test the right side. Gets it past the marker. He's loose on the right. The 20. He's at touchdown Bulldogs. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This offense needs to put together a scoring drive to keep up, trailing 14-6. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Looking to pass. It's Callaway. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
He uncorks one deep. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in fourth down again. Great job there. Pass defense, third down. This defense now starting to put it together.
He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And his throw is incomplete. So now it's second and long. They'll give it to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Wants to go up top. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
A really good job by the defense, understanding third down, the situation in the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a fourth down.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Callaway. It's complete on the right side. At the 40, there he goes. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Fowler. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They try to get him going there.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got a little space. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Keep it on the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Fowler. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got to play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll cut this lead down to 5. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick of a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium.
Handoff to the lone back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Got room to work. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Floats it out in space. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Callaway. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Man, on the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Caught behind the line. It's Sexton. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Callaway. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Right on the money. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his big tight end. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over. Downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble.
When I go into every game, I want to get my running back going. I want to get the ground game going, and he has. This afternoon, over 100 yards now, showed you a little bit of everything in the run game, and that's why this offense has been humming.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Georgia sends out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air. It's Callaway. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He leaves it with his back. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Give to the running back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. Third and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Turns it loose. Makes the grab. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Swings it out to his running back. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. They'll try to get it in with the run. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country. It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. and Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number one.
Breaks into the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple of shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Dogs are moving quickly down the field. Hauls it in. Touchdown, Dogs! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick 'em a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Handoff to the single back. Got the first down and still on his feet. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take it home.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
That's a really nice catch there, and I know LSU goes by the moniker of DBU, but you take a look at all the draft picks they've had in recent years. And this guy and his talent, they may be getting consideration soon of joining teams like Alabama and Ohio State for wide receiver use. This guy is really good.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
That is what I'm talking about. Every defensive players want those opportunities. Quarterbacks slide so much. When you can get a big hit on them, that's exactly what you want to do. Make him feel that now so it hurts later in the game.
Looking to throw, it's Callaway. A little release to the back. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20.
This this defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. He might want another play. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side with the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. One final play before the end of the quarter. Direct snap. Next going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Play of the quarter coming. They'll run it to the right. Turning it on. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. You've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Quick release on the RPO. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on 1st down. Better job on 2nd down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They'll ride the hot hand. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Out of the shotgun on third down. Got enough space. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Man, this has got to be so frustrating because you're running out of time. You're running out of possessions. You got to get the ball back to your offense. But, man, this QB just makes a great play. He runs around, scrambles, gets a first down. So frustrating.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Finding attack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. He wants to change this route. They'll move the wide receiver. To throw, it's Callaway. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw to him. He's going to be the primary target on a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get.
Oh, he's got some space. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Do you think that was a straight go, or they just sort of went with gut feel as to whether the defense was going to relax on that 4th and 1?
I don't know, but I know this. As a coach, I'm not giving a lot of freedom for gut will on the own side of the field if we're going to go for it on 4th down. I think they probably understood. Listen, it's 4th and 1. I like our chances to get 1 yard, and they went for it, and by the way, they got it.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Sends it downfield. Reels it in down the left side. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exact.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. There he goes. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
The Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Finding an escape route. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They punted away on fourth down. He's got it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Wants to throw. It's Callaway. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Looking downfield on first down. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. You'd think they would have had... Good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Going right to work up top. Gets it to the back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the offense will maintain possession. Son, that ball must be riveted to your rib cage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Dumps it off in the flats. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The upset's been bubbling all day, now at a full-fledged boil, guys. See if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Might be calling a hot route. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.